And welcome, everybody. Good to have you with us. It is Saturday night. We are live worldwide on the Jim Masters Show Live. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a terrific day wherever you're watching around the world. We do have a global audience here on the show, and it's good to see you. We've been away the last 2 days or so due to that severe storm that came through the Northeast and came through the southern New England area. And it was severe thunderstorms, and there was a tornado hidden in the thunderstorm that created a lot of damage and havoc. We're good here where we are. Again, with Tropical Storm Isaias, we were good. With this freak of nature, severe thunderstorm with the tornado hidden in it as well, we're good. However, the entire region has been out of power. Just getting that restored yesterday, and the internet service has been a little funky. It was off and then on, and then even today, I would say up until about 45 minutes ago, it was going on and off and on and off. And what's happening is crews within the region, crews from all over the region and from other states have been working on, massive power lines that have been down, and trees and things of that nature as well. So, result of Mother Nature and combining, I think, with the crazy year of 2020 to do what it wanted to do. And so the last 2 nights we were not on, a little bit of a reprieve. So the guests that we had scheduled for last night and for the evening before are being rescheduled, and we'll keep you updated as far as the new dates when they are coming on. Marlene Angelides, the singer and performer, she's going to be on September 30th. She's rescheduled, and we're also working to reschedule Diane Dillon, the jazz violinist, who was scheduled for last night. Tonight, our very special guest is the acclaimed singer, songwriter, lyricist, and cabaret star, MARYJO MUNDY. She is extraordinary, and she's going to be performing live on our show. We also have some exclusive video as well. We're going to show you of her doing her thing on stage, and we're going to have a good time. If this is the first time you're watching our show, well, we are going to be entering 17 weeks of nonstop shows, except for a severe thunderstorm with a tornado in it. That's about the only thing that'll stop us from doing this show. And we've been on consistently 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific live. It's an entertainment lifestyle talk show series, sort of patterned after television shows. I do come from a TV background. If you're watching for the first time, I'm a television and radio host, personality, presenter, journalist, actor, writer, producer, stage MC, voiceover, artist, and narrator as well. So almost 17 weeks ago, we brought all the equipment in. We built a home studio here to present to you fun and informative, educational, comedic, whatever it may be, musical, because presentations, because we have guests and we do topics and we do a lot of different things that hit on so many different aspects of life. So whether it's health and wellness or music or television or film, Broadway, Hollywood, comedy, sports, whatever it is, gardening, food, we talk about it all because, again, this is patterned as a television show, talk show, where you touch upon all kinds of aspects of life. Lots of great viewer interaction with our loveties, as we call them, from around the world. That's really a cool word we sort of stumbled upon a couple of weeks ago, levity. So we use it for this show. I was saying love and levity and slipped a little bit and said levity. Everybody fell in love with the word. And that's why we use it here on the show. And we like to have a lot of fun. It's interactive. It's a warm, inviting, welcoming place. And we have cool guests. But even when we don't have guests, sometimes we do surprise pop-up shows as well, where it's a lot of back and forth engagement with the actual viewers, too. That's what I do professionally as a host. Not just a talking head. So good to have you with us. We toast all of you. It's good to see everybody. And thanks for all of the messages on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else that you missed us. That's a lot of levity you guys shared, and we noticed it, and we appreciate it. And we thank you and you and you and you. And we hope you're doing well and hope everybody's in good spirits and everybody's okay. And again, it was strange not seeing you the last 2 nights. We did relax because, again, power was down and everything else. So that's all you could really do. So we toast to you on a Saturday night. We welcome you to the Jim Masters Show Live. Yes, your favorite cast of characters are here. They're here because you guys have fallen in love with them. You've asked for them to be shown on the broadcast. So I'm a host who likes to respond to the viewers. So there's George Burns, and George Burns says hello to you. He greets you. He is sort of like my Ed McMahon sidekick, and he welcomes you. He's got a cigar. He's got his nice George Burns smile, and he greets you as well. He's been sleeping the last 2 days since the power and everything was out, and everything was getting sort of upgraded and repaired. Jeannie is here in the bottle. I know you guys always ask for Jeannie. That's why we show you it. And she's in there, and she's sleeping as well. She's very quiet tonight. She's been knocked out the last 2 days with all of the, storms and everything going through. So she's been awfully quiet. George is just waking up from his long nap. But your friend Silver is here as well. There's Silver, and Silver greets you, and Silver welcomes you. Again, I know you guys love Silver. All part of the show because you guys have asked for these characters to stay on. So there they are. I got this on a TV shoot in Switzerland when I was there in Europe about a year ago. So Silver is there. He's sort of our mascot. He welcomes you. Nice silver lab. And there's another cast character that everybody looks for. Again, originally we didn't have any of these cast characters, but you guys saw them one night and you wanted them to stay on the show. So here they are. And there's Jimmy. Jimmy greets you. Jimmy welcomes you, and Jimmy says hello. Smiley Jimmy the clown. He's a good-hearted clown, so if you're afraid of clowns, don't worry. He's a friendly clown, right? Right. He was sleeping really next to Silver the last 2 days when we were off due to the storms coming through the northeastern United States. We broadcast this show out of the greater New York City area along the southern New England coast between New York and Boston. And there's the newest character, Gilligan, as gifted to us by Dreama Denver, Bob Denver's wife, who was a guest on our show a couple of weeks ago. You can go back in the archives and you can see all the episodes of the Jim Masters Show live on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell if you can, so that way you don't miss out any of the content, shows, episodes, and other content that we present. And there is a wonderful signature from Dreama herself. Aloha, Jim. Dreama Denver, Bob Denver. This is Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. Bobblehead doll. There he is up close and personal. He says hello. He greets you. She wanted him added to the set. She saw all these other cast characters and she said, hey, you need a Gilligan on the show. So she sent me the actual Gilligan doll, which we really thank her for. There's a beautiful thing for her to do. So Gilligan is here. We welcome all of you. Of course, we go a little Hollywood here with some lights, camera, and action. Again, full production value here. We pull out all the stops for our viewers. Nothing boring, nothing stiff, stale, nothing repeated. It's all fun for you. Lights, camera, action. The Jim Masters Show is live. Good to have you with us. Officially beginning right now with that fantastic megaphone there. And let's greet some of the fantastic viewers we have. Again, we do have a phenomenal guest who's joining us, who's going to be performing live on the show. And we're so excited to have her here. And in just a moment, you're going to have an opportunity. If you saw the previews and promos we've done on the internet, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook is usually where we promote the upcoming guests. And you've probably been aware that a wonderful guest, MARYJO MUNDY, is going to be here on the show. She's going to perform live again. She's an acclaimed singer, songwriter, lyricist, known and beloved in the cabaret world, and so much more. She's going to be joining us in just a moment. First, let's welcome some of the guests who have been in the Jim Masters Show Live withdrawal the last 2 days. The outpouring of phenomenal, lovely comments has been fantastic. Ernestine Webb in North Carolina says, Jim Masters is a great show to watch. You will see some amazing guests on his TV show live. If you've never seen it, you should join in one night. Thank you, Ernestine. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Jim and Lovities from YouTube, watching on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Christine Clifton, hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going well for you. They're in North Carolina. Willie in Holland, in the Netherlands, watching at almost 1:15 a.m. Good to see you, Willie. I know you've missed us the last 2 nights because of those horrific storms that came through. So there are your tulips, like you always enjoy, your Dutch tulips here, courtesy of Mr. Lovety here, as everybody has deemed me, I guess, Jim Masters. Hope you're doing well there in Holland. It's nice to see you, and thanks for all the wonderful comments from you and everybody. The Facebook pages have been loaded with comments, private messages, texts from everybody. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful day. You too, Anne, watching in Southern California. Nice to see you as well. Crystal in Connecticut. Hi, Jim and everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm glad you're back. Missed you. Looking forward to an exciting show. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to see you as well, Crystal. Hopefully you made it through those unbelievable storms that came through. Linda, watching in Florida. Good evening, Mr. Lovety. Good evening, Loveties. Missed you, Mr. Lovety. We missed you as well. But now we're together. We have a phenomenal guest joining us as well. Kathleen Walker in New York City. Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Kathleen. Welcome. I hope you're doing okay. Love and blessings to your mom, of course. That's something that I wanted to do for you, and I hope at some point we get a chance to get together. Kathleen and I were on the Rachel Ray show about 1.5 years ago, and that was fantastic. Hopefully we get to do that again once studios open up. Ralph Lampkin is watching in Indiana. Good to see you, Ralph. Welcome to the show once again, watching and enjoying. Merlin in Innerkip, Ontario, Canada. Hey, how are you? We are doing well. We are here. We're live. Close call. The internet was really funky. Actually, our guest, MARYJO, said that her internet all day long was in and out and funky as well. So the divine is on our side right now. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Screen Queen Army. Good evening, Jim. Hope you're well. Here's your nephew Jack's 5th birthday today. He had a great time. Fantastic. That is wonderful. Happy birthday to him, Chris. We really appreciate your sharing that. That's a beautiful thing. 5 years old. And you are there in Comber in Northern Ireland in the Belfast area. That is wonderful. So maybe we will sing during the course of the show. We'll sing happy birthday for Jack during the course of the show. Speaking of Ireland, tomorrow night, from Celtic Thunder and Byrne & Kelly, Neil Byrne is going to be my exclusive guest. He's going to perform live. It's going to be midnight where he is in Ireland. So he, like Ryan Kelly did about a week ago from Celtic Thunder. I've interviewed all these guys on public television. They're fabulous friends. He's popping on, Neil Byrne, tomorrow, representing Ireland and Celtic Thunder, and Byrne & Kelly, Neil Byrne and Ryan Kelly, tomorrow night here on the show. Good to see you in Northern Ireland. Avril Britton, speaking of Europe, you are there in Hampshire and the United Kingdom. Hi, Jim. So happy to be back. Sending you lots of lovely. Missed the show. Thank you for all that. Flowers and hearts and all kinds of beautiful things I see there in the emojis. I'm glad that you are here as well. And thanks for all the lovity. I appreciate that. Christine Fairwood says, Jim, glad you didn't blow away with the storm. I've never seen anything like it. It was unbelievable what we saw outside our window here. It was intense. You too, Christine. I'm glad that you're okay as well. Julianne Hanna watching. Nice to see you. Hello to you as well. Christopher Joseph in Ohio says, hello, Jimbo. So glad that you're safe and back. Me as well. Ralph watching on YouTube says, good evening, Jim and MARYJO. You as well. Carla watching in South America and Brazil. Good evening, everybody. Glad to see you, Jim. Glad to see you as well, Carla. Thanks for all of those wonderful comments as well. And Chris in Northern Ireland, Screen Queen Army says, missed you the past couple of nights. Glad to see you're safe and well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're good. The house is good, but the town and the region was hit pretty tough with that storm. You're looking awesome as always. Love your hat, Mr. Lovely. Glad you're safe. Linda in Florida, thank you very much. You got heavy rain and some loud thunder that shook the ground. Whew, you're very safe. Julianne says, be safe, America. You got it. Very hot in Southern California. My sister and brother-in-law are on a road trip right now, driving from Florida to Nevada on business. So that's a long trip to drive from Florida to Nevada to Las Vegas area on business. That's a long trip they're doing, and it's going to be hot. The show must go on. You got it. Absolutely. Year from hell. I don't think I'm going to doubt that or differ with that one. I think you might be right. Renee, watching in Iowa. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, Jim. I think we were at a derecho almost. It certainly seemed like it the other day. Donna watching in Columbus, Georgia. Glad to see her say, thank you, Donna Sanders. Good to see you in beautiful Columbus, Georgia. Hope you're doing well. We always welcome our viewing audience because they're faithful. They're here all the time. Good evening, Karen. Good evening, everyone. Glad to see you're back on air, Jim, and happy you're safe through the storm. Thank you very much. And once again, congratulations to you. 43 years, University of Pittsburgh. That is quite an accomplishment, Karen. Congratulations as you get ready to retire. I know it's going to be bittersweet, but being a personal friend of yours and yours of mine, congratulations to you on a job well done there at the University of Pittsburgh. Jen Miller says, hi, Jim, glad you're back. Thank you very much, Jen. I appreciate that as well. And everybody says cheers. They always cheer and toast, so we appreciate that as well. Good to see everybody here. So, and all the new folks that are watching and everybody else that some people tune in later too. You know, they do different things, finishing up their dinner, checking out stuff on Netflix, and then they join us throughout the show. So glad you are safe and that all the Lovedies are back together again tonight, Mr. Lovedy. Thank you very much. And a wonderful, wonderful show we've got in store for you here. So thanks for the cheers, Anne. And nice guitar. Yes, that is. I've had that guitar for a couple of years, actually. That guitar was given to me by my brother-in-law. That was my brother-in-law's guitar. And then it became my guitar. And we love it. We love it. We love it. So lights, levities, and lovedies. What am I drinking tonight? Well, with that martini glass, you would figure after the last 48 hours, it'd be something pretty strong and pretty stiff because we've earned that. All it is Canada Dry ginger ale. We need to be prepared in case anything else happens. So it's just some refreshing ginger ale. But I do wish it was something bigger than that. Jimmy the Clown is our friend. You got it. And so is Gilligan. And you're playing the drum kit. And you were in the middle of a microburst, which came from the breakup of a tornado, winds 95 miles an hour, blinding rain, no house damage, lots of tree damage, power, Xfinity down 24 hours. Yes, same thing. Yeah, that's what it was like. And there was part of a tornado that was in the microburst. It was unbelievable. I'm glad you're safe and sound, Dave. That was extraordinary. I don't think I've ever I've been in hurricanes and never a tornado, but this one was wacky. Hello, all lovedies. Danilo in San Diego. I hope everyone is fine and dandy. Welcome to Lovedy Hall. You got it. Francis is here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, and thank you for the prayers. Feeling much better today. You had food poisoning. That's very rough. I'm glad you're doing okay, Francis, and you're in better spirits. And thanks for joining us here on the show as well. So we appreciate that. And Marilyn watching in Wichita, Kansas. Hello, Jim and everybody. Good to see you as well. And Marianne Pinto, just a hello. Can't always watch, but try a lot. Well, Marianne, it's great to have you here. And you can see all of the episodes, if you miss anything, on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, and share the channel as well. Yes, yeah, 95 mile an hour winds came through, which was something else. I wouldn't exactly say it was kite flying day because you would have flown off with the kite easily. So let's get ready to welcome our illustrious guest. I see a lot of great comments still coming in here. Lots of wild weather lately, yes. And the internet everywhere. Everybody I talk to, the internet's weird. And you know what it is? There's such an overload. Everybody's on the internet these days. So the systems aren't necessarily built for the capacity. We have an amazing guest that's going to also join me in lightening the load, and there'll be levity, and there'll be wonderful love and great music and so much more as we get ready to welcome acclaimed singer, songwriter, lyricist, MARYJO MUNDY. Now, if you know about her and you're a fan, then you already know how amazing she is. Highly acclaimed, beloved cabaret singer, founder of the longest running open mic at the famed Gardenia, hosting a brand new show that celebrates and fosters musical theater and cabaret performers while also showcasing her own remarkable talent. She's been doing this for so many years. In 2019, released a new recording project as well. She's a recording artist. Her material is found on Pandora and YouTube Music and a lot of other locations. And she's just a fantastic person too. Her voice is unique. The sound, the texture, the tone is absolutely unique. It's a beautiful sound. It's a very warm and just disarming sound. You're going to find it to be, if you've never heard her vocal tones before, the dulcet tones, you're going to fall in love with it right now. It's my pleasure to welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live my very, very special guest, MARYJO Mundy. MARYJO, welcome to you.
Hello, hi.
How
Nice
are
to be
you?
I am good. I am hanging in. I'm in Long Beach, California, and it's beautiful here, and the weather's gorgeous. I'm so sorry you guys are going through all those storms, and I remember that well from Chicago. I used to live in Chicago, and the weather was always something. So
yeah, we usually don't get here along the coast. We usually don't get that kind of weather. We usually get something that maybe comes up the coast, but this came from like upstate New York. It formed, the humidity was between the hot weather and the cold weather battling, and we were in the middle of the battleground. So it was I want to toast you as well. We always like to toast.
I'm going to toast you with water. I have water.
Fabulous.
Cheers.
Water is fine. Cheers. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live.
Thank you so much.
How have you been through all the craziness of 2020? Have you been creating? Have you been pausing? Have you been trying new things while we've had sort of this downtime to a degree?
2020 is, to be honest, has been a really, really tough year of loss for so many people close to me and for myself. I've been trying to create through that because it's definitely it uplifts your spirits, and it's wonderful to be able to have music to turn to. But I've had a lot of loss. I lost my dog in April. My half sister passed away earlier in June. I've had a lot of loss, and a lot of people around me have lost people and animals and things. So if you're an empathetic person like I am, it's just been a really, really tough time. And then to not have live performing to turn to, I love recording, but I consider myself a show voice and a singer that loves to be on stage, and I love performing in intimate little clubs, and to have that kind of taken away a little bit has been a really tough thing.
So to try to get through some of that emotional, there's emotional situations. Have you been taking up hobbies? Have you been writing? Have you been performing and being creative at home, working out in the garden? What are some of the things you've been doing? Gardening is like the #1 hobby for people right now, they said.
Yeah, I'm not a gardener, so I'm not an outdoor girl, but I have been doing things like working. I'm by trade in my day life, I'm a personal assistant. So I help a lot of people. Technology is kind of a thing that I do. I'm the IT girl for everybody. I have a family that I've worked for years and years and years, and they call me all the time to help them with their computers and stuff. And so I tend to help people. That's what I try to do to fill my time is keeping myself busy by helping others have technology and things like that, so that they can share and be with their families and stuff. Because especially older people have a hard time with technology. So I tend to lean towards that and have been doing that. I also just adopted a new dog. That's been keeping me busy. His name is Walter. He's the cutest. Love.
Great name. What kind of dog?
He is kind of like my dog that I lost, Buddy. I'll show you a little picture. Let's see if we can see it. You can see that without the ring. Oh, and
we'll make the
there you go. Bigger. You see it? There you go. That's Walter. And Walter is a love. He's one of those dogs that was neglected and has deformed feet. And when I saw him at the shelter, I was like, oh, I have to take him. This is what I have to do is show this dog some love during this time. So we just adopted him, and that's been really keeping me busy because I have 2 dogs and
more levity in the house, right?
More levity in the house, exactly. and singing and working on trying to keep busy. I did a virtual choir recently. That was really fun and challenging. talk about technology, trying to get yourself in a little square and make sure you're not moving too much so that they could put 50 of you together.
Plus, even you there in California, even your internet was a little dicey just before, like ours was.
Literally an hour before, I was like, "Oh no, internet!"
Us too. This is a very viewer-centric. Being a television radio host, one of the things that I have always done in everything I've done professionally on the air or stage work is always incorporating the faithful viewers, listeners, the audience.
Sure.
You're getting a lot of wonderful comments here. Adorable dog, so precious, from Linda in Florida, Danilo in San Diego. Hi, Walter. Nice doggy.
Thank you, Danilo.
You can never have enough love.
Oh, look at that baby. Look at that baby in the picture. Yeah.
Christine Fairwood in Connecticut. Walter, Renee in Iowa, cute dog.
Thank
Crystal in Connecticut, beautiful dog. You're getting all. And welcome to you from Renee in Iowa. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Chris.
Welcome.
Yeah.
A lot of great welcomes here, and I like to show the guests. And Merlin in Innerkip, Ontario, Canada says, welcome to Lovety Hall.
Thank
Danilo says, welcome to Lovety Hall. Danilo actually is the one who, I created the Lovety, and then some of the viewers said we're Loveties, and then Danilo says this is Lovety Hall. So you're now a Lovety. You're one of the Loveties.
I love being a Lovety. Love it.
He greets you, and Anne in Jacksonville, Florida says hello as well to you, welcoming you to the show personally. Kathleen in New York City says hi. Anne in Southern California as well. Hello, MARYJO. Happy to see you. Long Beach is so gorgeous this time of year.
It is.
Jen Miller says hi, MARYJO. Merlin toasts. Willie, watching in Holland in the Netherlands, she says, welcome, Mary.
Wow.
Running the Jim Masters show.
Hey,
Christine,
Willie.
North Carolina, welcome, MARYJO. Looking forward to your stories and music.
Yeah.
Christopher Joseph in Ohio says hello. Chris in Northern Ireland says hello.
Army, wow.
He's excited to learn about your incredible background. Christine extending the sorry sympathy for the losses, of course. Everybody's had incredible, and ripped out her grass in her yard and put an organic vegetable garden in SoCal.
Wow, good for you.
Chris in Northern Ireland is welcoming Walter.
Mm.
Beautiful dog, cute dog. Again, they're very, very responsive. Hello from St. Augustine, Florida. That's Linda. Karen in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello, MARYJO. Welcome to PGH, Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Merlin says Walter is her son's name.
Oh, good name.
Yes. And you made me laugh. Walter is my son's name. First time I heard any dog name that cool.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Sweet dog from Jen. Great to see that he will get the love he deserves.
Thank you. Yes, he will.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Nice people that really watch the show all the time. So you're surrounded by love and levity, which is terrific. Oh yes, that's going to be, I knew the question would come in. She has something already picked. Plus we have some cool videos to show you as well. Before Francis welcomes you as well.
Thank you.
More welcomes. Good luck to everybody. Cute doggy. Whenever there's somebody shows their pet, the pet sometimes even becomes more popular than the guest.
Yes, I understand.
I love with the pets.
I better start that Instagram page after this, huh?
For Walter.
Just for Walter. I
Walter's
will.
page.
I will.
Grandson's name is Walter. Sweet, lovely dog. Beautiful stuff. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate the warm welcome from MARYJO as well. How did you get into all of this? Were you a child that was always singing and entertaining and performing and running around the house, sort of entertaining the family? How did you first get inspired to do this kind of beautiful work you do, MARYJO?
I started singing when I was 5 years old. My first song was in a church, and I got a standing ovation, and I'll never forget it. It's one of those moments where I remember being outside after and saying to myself, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to do this and have that. And that started me on the road. And then like around 8 years old, something like that, I started to listen to my first experience of vinyl records. And I had a little 45 machine that I had that only played 45s. And I remember I found this 45 outside and it was all warped. And I remember bringing it in and putting it in a book, and I put it on, and on one side it said Aretha Franklin's Soulville, and on the other side it was Aretha Franklin, If Ever I Would Leave You. And I remember listening to If Ever I Would Leave You, and that just changed my life. I was like, yeah, this is whatever this music is, this genre of music, that's what I want to do. And that's kind of what set me on the path of musical theater. I went to college for musical theater. I started to do a lot of musical theater. And then when I moved to Chicago after college, there were cabarets there. And I started singing at this club called the Gentry in Chicago, and I met a lot of like-minded people who loved this genre, and that's kind of what got me on the path, was just the love of lyrics. I love lyrics, and cabaret is really a lyric-driven medium versus jazz. Jazz is like where your voice is an instrument, and it's more music-driven. This cabaret is a lyric-driven. I love lyrics. I love storytelling. So.
Mm-hmm. And like you say, being a lyricist, a songwriter as well, when did you start to incorporate that? Did you do that before the singing, or did the singing was the singing before the songwriting?
Okay, let me just make one correction, just so you know. I think there's a mix-up with that. I am not a lyricist or a songwriter, unfortunately.
You're not?
No, I'm a singer. I am a singer and a performer and a hostess. Yeah, and one of the people I work for right now, Hillary Rollins, who actually produced
She's fabulous. Yeah,
she's a lyricist and a songwriter. And
she was a guest. Yeah, she was a guest on the show a couple of weeks ago with Michelle Browerman.
Oh, they're both amazing. And so I'm an interpreter of others' lyrics and music. I'm an interpreter. Purely singer and performer and hostess. Like I said, I've hosted shows and things like that, but mostly performer. So.
I want to play one of the videos here that we have so people can really hear you do your thing, because we can talk about it and we'll come back. But I'd love for them to hear you doing your thing, to get a real sense of your extraordinary range and the beauty of your voice as the singer, MARYJO Mundy. Here we go. It's a wonderful clip we have here, everybody. Enjoy this, and then we will come back and we will continue the conversation. It's this one's going to be terrific. Just getting it all set up here. This one is There Is Always One More Time. Tell us about that one.
It's written by Ken Hirsch, and Doc Pumis, I believe, is who wrote part of it. And this song was at the end of my live show in 2000. I think it's 2005. And it was really about thanking people and leaving them with some inspiration. This song is a very inspirational song, and one of my favorites. Ken Hirsch is one of my favorite songwriters. So.
And I tell you, as far as needing inspiration, right about now, we could use a triple dose of that. Everybody around the world, right?
There's always one more time.
Yeah,
listen to those lyrics.
That's right. Let it soak in and wash over you, folks. Here is the incomparable MARYJO Mundy. Enjoy.
My 50th wedding anniversary. And hope for tomorrow. I want to thank each and every one of you for helping me make my dreams come true. If your whole life somehow wasn't much till now, and you've almost lost your will to live, no matter what you've been through, long as there's breath in you, there is always one more time. If your dreams go bad, everyone that you've had, that don't mean that your dreams won't come true. there's a heart out there looking for someone to share, I don't care if it's been turned down time and again. If we meet one day, please don't walk away. There is always one more time. I want to thank Tom Rolla and the Gardenia for having me tonight. Keeping your eyes closed is worse than being blind. If your dreams go bad, everyone that you've had, it don't mean that your dreams won't come true. 'Cause it's funny about dreams. It's just as strange as it seems. There is always, there is always, there is always one more Boy, that feels like a million years ago.
But absolutely fantastic.
The video quality too is from a million years ago, but you can get the sense of the song. It's actually on my first CD too. So that performance live is actually on Halfway to Heaven, which is my first CD. That's actually on there because it's a live CD of that show. It's an actual live CD.
We'll do a full screen and we'll show that up close, that CD. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's called Halfway to Heaven, MARYJO MUNDY. And yeah, it's on everything, Amazon, Spotify. You can find it on all the streaming as well. And this is that show that you just saw. It's the live version of that show. And it was all about my journey of weight loss. I actually lost 160 pounds at that time. And that show is about that journey and what it was like to kind of transform my body. And all the songs have something to do with food, which is interesting, or eating, or the sense of that. Yeah. I did Delicious, Gershwin's Delicious. I did this song called Fat Girl by Jewel. It was actually Fat Boy by Jewel, and but I did Fat Girl. I did a Ray Jessel song that was amazing. And it was a really beautiful show. I'm very proud of that show. I'm very proud of that CD. So
what's the response been from people who have fallen in love with the CD? Because that's a very inspirational, positive, and hopeful message that you give in that song as well.
Yeah.
The feedback must have been and continues to be great on that CD, huh?
Yeah, that CD, that CD, anybody who knows me knows that journey of my life and knows what a huge transition that was for me. And so the feedback on that CD, the great thing about the CD is that I do a little bit of every genre. I do Joni Mitchell, I do Gershwin, like I said, I do original songwriters who are here in the town that I know, Jeffrey Lee Tozer, Ken Hirsch, Ray Jessel. I do a lot of other people's songs, Kirby Tepper. So it was really, it was one of those moments in my life that I'm so glad I captured. It's like a time capsule, and that was that moment in my life when I was changing my body. Because when I was 160 pounds heavier, my life was a lot about resignation, a lot about not being able to move, not really being able to express myself the way I'd like to express myself. And when that all happened for me, it was just a moment of profound freedom, and it led to the last 10 years of my life just being, a much better time than I probably would have had if I hadn't lost that weight. So
it's a beautiful thing. Again, a lot of people are sending congratulations, and you were, for the audience, MARYJO was actually seeing all those loving comments while we were showing her performing.
Yeah.
And I know you had posted, I think it was a private thing, so only I saw that.
I didn't know where to post. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for the comments. But yeah.
Chris in Northern Ireland says, are you a fan of Gregory Porter?
Gregory Porter. It sounds familiar to me. He sounds familiar to me.
Yeah. Let us know more. Yeah, let us know more, Chris, as well. But that was fantastic. What is it about this genre of music, MARYJO? And again, you're so brilliant as a singer, you don't even need to be a songwriter or a lyricist. We added those extras in because you interpret the song in such a way and deliver it, you would think you were the songwriter and lyricist. So I think that's where we all absorbed it. But you really, you knock it out of the park. Your voice is so, I mean, some people have said they've heard a little bit of Aretha in there and some others.
Thank you for that compliment.
Yeah. Timmy Euro mentioned as well. But it is very, what do you do to prepare? What's some of the vocal training you do when you're getting ready to perform?
It's interesting. I ran this open mic for 10 years. It's still running. It was still running at the Gardenia, and we celebrated 20 years this year of it going. And people ask me that all the time. What do you do? How do you prepare? How do you sing? It's just singing. That's what I do. I've sung for most of my life. I have doing an open mic every week. When you sing every week, it's just the best training you can do. There are people who do vocal lessons and things like that. And I did all that in my college years, and I absolutely trained. I did opera. I trained in my school years, but really after all that, it was the act of singing that really gave me the best training. And warming up is very important. I definitely hum. I hum to warm up before I sing. I think it's one of the best warm-ups you can do is by humming. So I'll usually hum a song and not really sing it, just hum it. And then, learn things like don't drink citrus before you sing. That's one of the worst things I could do. They were always like, oh, let me drink lemon juice. No. That just strips everything away from your vocal cords, and you're not able to sing, and you're constantly doing that, which I'm doing right now, unfortunately.
And milk too. I know as an on-air person myself, no milk before I go on the air because
nothing cold, nothing cold. Yeah, not ice water. Yeah. So I just learned over the years. And then, the best thing about singing is getting the experience and having the confidence, because it really comes across. If you don't have the confidence in your instrument, then you're constantly thinking or judging yourself or thinking about what you're doing. But if you're able to have confidence in your instrument, then you can really express the lyrics. Then you can really storytell, and you're not caught up. I'm never caught up in the perfection of a performance. I love the mistakes. I love, when I listen to that CD, I love hearing the piano pedal, and I love hearing my voice breaks in a song called Fat Girl. My voice actually, I had a note and my voice breaks. And it's one of my favorite moments is actually the imperfections. is not trying to be a perfect singer or the perfect tone. It's actually the emotion coming through is in the imperfections, like a diamond. The flaws are what make diamonds beautiful. So
exactly, that's right, exactly. Chris in Northern Ireland says, Gregory Porter, American singer, new album combines jazz, soul, blues, and gospel.
I will go listen. I will go listen to him. Yeah.
Maybe we'll try to get him on the show. That would be fantastic. Love all that. So I was saying too, before we got into to the preparation and preparing for a performance, what is it about this particular genre of music that really speaks to you? Is it that soulfulness? Is it the depth of it, the rawness, the authenticity of this genre that really speaks to the essence of who MARYJO is?
I think it's a little of that, but it's also that cabaret affords you to be able to do all different types of music. You're not roped into one thing. You know, in opera, you're an opera singer. You know, you're in jazz, you're a jazz singer, and you sing, and you've got everybody takes breaks and things like that. In cabaret, it's you're able to do everything. I can do a country song. I used to sing this song by Kathy Mattea called Where Have You Been? It's one of the most beautiful songs. It's a country song. I can do that. I can do a pop song by Jewel. I can do Gershwin and Cole Porter and American Songbook and standards. I can do musical theater. So I'm not limited to one thing, which is really beautiful. I can sing whatever song expresses what I want to say in the moment or in that show. And I also like that in cabaret, there's usually a through line, a point of view. You're usually telling intimate stories or things about your life or about, like in my Laura Nyro show, which is what I just did last year. That was all about Laura Nyro. And that's she was a 70s pop singer. And that music was like rock pop. And then I got to kind of tell her life story and then sing that music. So, you know, even in cabaret, I'm not even limited to, you know, theatrical music. I can do 70s rock. And when you listen to the two CDs, they're completely different. One is all the American standards and local songwriters. And then the 14th Confession, which is my second album, is all Laura Nyro. And it's very different feel. And I loved it. I love being able to explore the music I want to explore.
That's real versatility as well, and it shows just the breadth of your vocal range. And I think is this the other one as well?
That is it, the 14th Confession. Yeah, it's a take on the 13th Confession. Eli and the 13th Confession was her most famous, you know, the first album that she had much commercial success with, and so 14 means a lot to me. It's my birthday, it's my anniversary. I love the 14th, so I was like, I have to call it the 14th Confession. So yeah, it's all Laura Nyro music, and that absolutely was the hardest music I've ever sung. That's harder than any theatrical show, theatrical music. Her vocals went from the bottom of my range to the top of my range because she had that really high soprano, and it made me a different singer. I just sing differently to sing her music. I'm very proud of it.
So you like challenge. You like when there's fresh stuff, and it might be stuff that's, you know, from the past, but to you it's fresh as far as interpreting it, or it could be new music that's out now that you can interpret as well and make it your own, right?
Yeah, and it was a challenge to do her music because, you know, she has such a strong fan base.
Right.
And I didn't want to try to be Laura Nyro. I didn't want to sing, you know, try to interpret her like I'm trying to be her. A lot of people sing and try to be her. I wanted to be MARYJO interpreting her songs and lyrics. And I think that really comes through on that CD. I think it came through in the live shows. People absolutely came up to me afterwards and was like, I can't believe that you were able to interpret this. So I really liked the challenge of that.
How do you describe your voice, and how do others describe your voice?
I think my voice is a show voice. I have a show voice. So I don't have, you know, I'm not a, like, you know, right on the microphone whisper singer. I've got a strong.
Although that was pretty good. You could do that too. Late night pillow talk.
I do have that. There's a song called Never Saw Blue Like That I did with Lee Lessick on his duets album, In Good Company. And that's a whisper song. That's a song where I'm just like, it's like pillow talk. We called it pillow talk. And so I definitely love that and can do it. But my natural tendency is a belt. I'm a belty show voice singer, and yet I have that upper range. I have a flip that I call it. It's my flip, where I can go high and sing soprano stuff. So I've got a brashy voice. I think I got a brash, bold, emotional voice. My emotion shows through on my voice. So,
So if I'm ever with you and we need a cab, I'm going to have you hail the cab.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Who were some of the people as you were coming up that you admired, that inspired you as well, performers and entertainers, singers, MARYJO?
Well, absolutely. Number one would be Barbra Streisand, of course. I mean, Barbra Streisand, anybody who knows me knows I am a huge fan of hers. And I actually ended up working for her. I was her personal assistant for a while, which was really fun. It's a small little world here.
Yeah.
And I loved her voice, and she was very inspiring when I was younger. I used to listen to her all the time. And then when I got into music further, I started to hear Laura Nyro and Joni Mitchell and some of the folk singers. I loved that, Joan Baez, things like that.
Yeah.
But then there was this Christian singer named Evie. I don't know if anybody knows Evie, but Evie was this amazing Christian singer, and I used to listen to her. Her album Mirror got me through my childhood. She was one of the things that really got me through.
You know who's great too in the Christian world is Sandi Patty.
Oh, I love Sandi Patty. Oh, absolutely.
You ever seen her? There's a video, and I encourage people to see it. I think people have talked about it. I think the two most incredible versions of the Star Spangled Banner that many people have heard and that I have heard myself is the version in 1986 that Sandi Patty sang that was broadcast on ABC, Liberty Weekend celebration in New York, celebrating the 100th birthday of the Statue of Liberty. They played her singing this full extended version of it with all of this beautiful video of that whole Liberty Weekend. It's on YouTube. It's unbelievable the way she sings that Star Spangled Banner and the elevation of the notes. And it's on YouTube. Look for Sandi Patty, Star Spangled Banner, 1986. The Whitney Houston version done at the Super Bowl, I think in the 90s.
Yeah.
But Sandi Patty has an extraordinary.
Her range is unbelievable. And every Christian song has that, like, where it goes up a step. And each time you're like, no, she can't go higher. She can't go higher. And then she goes higher. And you're just like,
crescendo.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's like popping champagne bottle.
Absolutely one of the best singers of all time. I love Sandi Patty.
Sandi Patty. Kathleen asks, do you have a favorite type of music to sing as well as to listen to? So do you have a go-to that you love singing first and then can sing all the others? And then as far as listening, you might listen to different stuff that you don't necessarily sing. How about that?
My favorite songs to sing are anything that kind of anything that tells a story. It could be, you know, gosh, I mean, there's so many great songwriters. So like Michelle Bowerman and Amanda McBroom. I'm like, they always tell stories, and I love them so much. And I like Jason Robert Brown, you know, theatrical stuff. Even like to sing, I love going back to the American Songbook because I love verses to songs. Like The Nearness of You, which everybody knows. You know, it's a standard that everybody knows. It's not the pale moon that excites me, but it has this like verse, which is why do I just wither and forget all resistance when you and your magic pass by? My heart's in a dither, dear, when you're at a distance, but when you are near, oh my, it's not the pale moon, right? So it goes into that. So I love verses to songs, and you only really find that in the American Songbook. So I I love to kind of lean towards American songs, American standards, and Cole Porter and Gershwin and all those. So that's my go-to singing. And then listening, believe it or not, is completely opposite.
Yeah.
I'm into right now I'm really into gospel music. I'm listening, and again, Aretha Franklin, but I'm listening to like Kirk Franklin and all these amazing gospel singers and Sandy Patty. I just love choirs. I love big voices and songs.
Yeah, singers, when singers are together too, the
Oh my God.
harmonization of,
Yes, I love
that
that music.
full
And
sound.
then I listen to like neo soul. I love like Lettucey and like Maxwell and like all these like neo soul singers. I like soul music, so I'm into that kind. That's what I listen to. My go-to listening is gospel and soul music.
Have you been listening to the gospel more through all of this that's been going on as a sense of comfort and relief and healing?
100%. I told you Christian music is what got me through my childhood, and so I'm definitely turning back to it. And what's interesting, I'm not even Christian. I'm not religious. I grew up Catholic, but that music just speaks to me. I love that message and positive message. I just love it. So yeah, I listen to a lot of it right now as a comfort for sure.
Linda asks, would you love to sing concept songs where the whole album tells a story? Would you sing a concept album?
Absolutely. I would love to do a concept album. I kind of look at the Laura Nero as kind of that because it was her story. It was her whole life story. And I end up telling her life from the beginning to the end of it, unfortunately, that she went away. But I love concept albums. I love themes. I love it when people do a theme and everything kind of matches. Like my first CD, it was all about food and the transformation of my body. So I love concept albums.
This viewership, when we get onto food, we've done an hour and a half just on food.
I bet you have.
Linda says, from listening to your voice, I feel you could sing Celine Dion songs. She sings those high notes.
Yeah, I do love Celine Dion and I love her music and she's got an amazing voice. And I think I have sung a Celine Dion song somewhere. I'm sure over the 20 plus years I've been singing, I've sung something of hers. So
Chris in Northern Ireland says, do you remember the first album you bought, if you can remember?
Absolutely.
Donny Osmond?
Carpenters.
Same time period. The Carpenter.
Karen Carpenter, yes. And her voice is the greatest of all time. And I just remember listening to that album. Just every song was amazing. And I did love Donny Osmond. Puppy Love was one of my first, for sure.
Karen, there's a few people that, especially at Christmas time, because I love Christmas music too, that are some of the staples. Of course, Karen, Andy Williams.
Oh yeah.
Perry Como as well, Streisand. But there's something about when you hear Karen singing Merry Christmas, Darling, and all of these. It's just it still sounds fresh and
like it was recorded yesterday. Yeah,
exactly.
I agree.
Danilo in San Diego says the nearness of you is a beautiful love song, one of my favorites. Your sample of it is alluring.
Oh, thank you.
My Heart Will Go On. Did you ever sing that one?
I haven't sung that. That's a biggie. That is a big song to take on. It has to be the right moment for me to sing something like that because it's got to be like, I'm trying to say that message because that's a big song.
Linda in Florida says she knows you could sing Celine Dion's songs because you love me. She can actually hear you. She can actually hear you singing that with your voice.
Because you love me. Oh, I love that song. It's one of the best. One of the best.
We have another clip we want to show here for our audience to give them some more ideas of your extraordinary range and beautiful voice. We will play that and we'll surprise everybody with it right now. It's one of the clips sent and we will come back and talk about it in just a second. Enjoy more of the phenomenal MARYJO Monday from my hubby Jim.
Any other man would have left me or shot me after what I put you through. Any other man would have thought that once he got me, there was simply no more work to do. And any other man would have to be educated, not to leave me deflated, my heart laminated, my spirit sprawled out on the ground. But then I wouldn't want to stay around any other man. other guy would have thought I was crazy, had me committed or worse. Any other guy would see my bed and raise me, call my personality perverse. And any other man would default to pack cliches, curse me for my ways, scream there are no grays, or drop that all-important velvet glove. But then I know I couldn't stay in love with any other man. And every drop of pain I've caused, I feel in my own heart. I wonder if it's really life sometimes, or only art. Any other man couldn't fill me with laughter and help me see what's really true. Any other man might just say forever after, but not mean it the way you do. And any other man would be glad not to have met me, only to regret me, or maybe bayonet me, or simply come at me with a kitchen knife. No, I wouldn't want to spend my life. I wouldn't want to be the wife of any other man. I love you, Jim.
That's really, really. Tell us about that one. And do you love comedy? Do you love having like a comedic element to what you're doing? I think your sound.
I'm muted. Is that right? Oh,
There
here,
you are.
chatting. Okay, so that
Did you
song,
mute yourself?
I did. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was coming up. That song
That's
was written
okay.
by
So-
Harriet Schock. It was written by Harriet Schock, who wrote "That Ain't No Way to Treat a Lady." That was done by Helen Reddy. And she's a beautiful songwriter, and she lives here in LA. A lot of people do her songwriting class. And when I heard her sing that for her husband, I was at a party, and I said, Harriet, you got to let me sing that someday in a show for my husband, because it's the perfect sentiment for my husband. If anybody knows me and my husband, that's the song. He puts up with a lot. I'm a lot to put up with. And so I really, when it came to doing that was my CD release for the 14th Confession. And every show I've done a song for my husband, in every show over the 30 years I've been performing. And that was the one that I chose for him. We've been married 29 years, and we've been together 34. So next year's a big 35 anniversary. So he's a great guy, and that song just really expresses exactly what I feel about him. So
Very beautifully done, very beautiful, and great name, Jim. If I say so myself.
That's right.
Mary Bishop says, I joined the show tonight. I hear Leslie Ann Warren's voice with this song when she did Cinderella many years ago.
That's so sweet.
Francis says, MARYJO, you sound like you would sing for Disney.
Wait, we have to stop. We have to stop right there. You have to stop. I cannot tell you how many people tell me this. And I'm telling you, anybody has any ins with Disney and thinks that I could sing something, put me in touch, because I'm telling you, the 30 years I've been singing, people are always like, you need to sing Disney. I love that. I love that comment.
There is a texture. There's a quality to it. I can hear it. I can hear it even used in a lot of the animation projects, and there is just a wonderful quality, and everybody's saying that too. You Could Sing At Last by Etta James,
one of my all-time favorites.
Well.
Absolutely.
So sweet that you did that for your husband. Ralph saying a wonderful interview.
Oh, thanks, Ralph.
Helen Reddy. Yeah, I interviewed her back in college.
Wow.
She was fantastic. Delta Dawn and all those songs. And I Am Woman, you figured that song would be played right now, too. It's such a fantastic anthem.
Yeah.
She, I believe, is out of the industry and lives quietly in Australia, right?
Yep, I think so. I think you're right.
Absolutely. So there's another song that I want to share. We are really treating you guys with lots of great music. We have another fantastic one here. We're going to share it. And then when we come back, we'll talk about this one as well.
I'm excited to see what it is. Which one is this?
This one we will see. You'll probably see it from once the screen comes up, you'll recognize it. They're getting it set up now. And here it comes. It is. You see it there?
Yeah, and this is from that same show. This is from the CD release, but I believe this is Bill. I think this is Wedding Bell Blues. I think everybody will know Laura Nyro. This is a sampling of Laura Nyro, me doing Laura Nyro.
Fantastic. All right, everybody, enjoy. Here's more great music on a Saturday night live on the Jim Masters Show live with acclaimed singer MARYJO MUNDY. Enjoy.
I look at you and see the passion eyes of men. Oh, but am I ever gonna see my wedding day? Oh, I was on your side, Bill, when you were losing. I'd never scheme or lie, Bill. There'll be no fooling. But kisses and love won't carry me till you marry me. I love you so, I always will. And in your voice I hear a choir of carousels. Oh, I will. You know I want to hear those wedding bells. Let me introduce you to this band tonight. On cajon drum, Mr. John Keegan. On guitar, it's Mr. Tony Mandrakia. This cutie patootie in the back is Mr. Jonathan Richards on bass. And the one and only on the 88s, Mr. Ross Colin. The kisses and love won't carry me till you marry me. I love you so, I always will. And though devotion rules my heart, I take no vows. Oh, but Bill, you know I want to take those wedding vows. Get ready to sing. So come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. So come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. Come on and marry me, Bill. I got the wedding bells. Come on and marry me, Bill. I got the wedding bells. I love you so. I always will.
That was fantastic. And I've always loved that song. That's such a fantastic song. And the way you interpreted it, it's very, very beautiful. And there's a fun element as well, too. Like you can really tell that you love performing these songs, MARYJO. Are you muted again? Did you mute yourself?
I do that every time because I just don't want to come into the music. That show in particular was so much
Yeah, because
fun.
if people saw what your reactions as you're doing it, she's wiggling, she's singing along, she's smiling.
Yeah, I really, that show in particular, the Lauren era, I couldn't believe how fun that music was to sing, because it just doesn't sound like anything else. Her music didn't sound like anybody else. It was so unique. She used to describe her songs as colors.
Yes.
And the way she wrote was like, a warm blue, and I loved like going back and looking at the lyrics. Her lyrics were poetry. They just didn't, they're just not your typical lyrics. They were sound poetry. And that's why I had so much fun singing that show, because I got to kind of do different things with my voice that I wouldn't do singing a straight, musical theater song or something like that. So yeah, it was really fun.
That is fantastic. That is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Lots of claps, lots of standing ovations.
Thanks,
here.
Guys.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that beautiful story, beautiful voice. You're an inspiration, beautiful song from a beautiful lady. I think Chris in Northern Ireland said, MARYJO, you could sing the phone book and he would listen with excitement.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's
lots of levity here on this show. Love your songs and voice, Linda from Florida, and Anne, of course, watching as well. Really, really beautiful. You also wanted to perform something special for us live too, right?
Well, I wanted to sing the song that made me, become a singer, which was "If Ever I Would Leave You." I thought that would be a nice thing to sing, since that was on the other side of the 45. And this actually is a arrangement by the piano player. His name is Todd Schroeder. He's an amazing musical director here in Los Angeles, and he's who played for my first CD, the Halfway to Heaven CD. And he did this arrangement for a show that I did much, much later on called The Love Show. I did The Love Show, and I did nothing but love. And this is, he brightened this song up. Sometimes it can be a little sad, but he did a bright arrangement of it, and I love how it goes along with the lyrics. So you want to hear that?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can.
We'll take it away. Our illustrious guest, MARYJO Mundy, performing live on the Jim Masters Show Live.
Let's see if we can hear this. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Let me.
You could test it out if you want to. Feel free.
Yeah.
We got comments coming in here. Reenie Katz says, nice to see you. All these people are saying, wonderful. Thank you for sharing the story. Everybody greeting everybody.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Todd Schroeder, Ralph says.
Todd Schroeder, that is him.
Enjoying your rendition interpretation of all these songs. You have an exceptional vocals.
Thank you.
Beautiful stuff.
Thank you. All right, well, let me try to sing this and see how this sounds. Hopefully this will come across, everybody.
All right, here's MARYJO Mundy.
Ever I would leave you, it wouldn't be in summer. Seeing you in summer, I never would go. Your hair streaked with sunlight, your lips red as flame, your face with a luster that puts gold to shame. If ever I would leave you, it couldn't be in autumn. Knowing you in autumn, I never wonder. I've seen how you sparkle when fall nips the air. I know you in autumn, and I must be there. Or could I leave you running merrily through the snow? Or on a wintry evening when you catch the fire's glow? If ever I would leave you, it couldn't be in springtime, knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by your soul. No, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you at If ever I would leave you, it couldn't be in springtime, knowing how in spring I'm bewitched, bewitched by your song. No, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you at all.
Bravo, bravo.
Oh,
That was
I'm so
beautiful.
belting your ears out, gang. I know that's such a belt song, and I'm like, oh, I just realized it as I'm halfway through. I'm like, oh, I hope that doesn't belt their ears out.
No. You did it
Right.
beautifully. Again, that interpretation is so gorgeous, and lots of great comments coming in. Again, really touching a lot of people tonight with your beautiful stories as well as vocal tones here. Bravo. And Rini Katz, lovely. And Crystal and Merlin in Canada, loving it, saying bravo.
Thank
Kathleen says lovely. Renee in Iowa says lovely.
you.
And
So sweet.
wow, so beautiful. Your voice is so clean and pure sounding.
Thanks,
Love
guys.
it. Yeah.
You know, not singing so long. I'm like, I don't know what's going to come out, but thank you. I'm so glad.
That was fantastic. Alpi Marzi watching on our YouTube channel at Jim Master TV. Amazing.
Alexis, that's Alexis, and she's one of my best friends. She was on the 14th Confession. She's one of my backup singers you saw in that video. And I love her. I love you so much.
Thanks for watching on our YouTube channel. Give it a nice subscribe there. We would love that. MARYJO MUNDY is incredible as well. That's fantastic. Lots of love coming in here. Beautiful.
Thanks, Francis.
It is very touching as well. Vera Franklin loved it so much she's speechless.
Oh my gosh, Vera.
Awesome from Anne.
So sweet.
And Sherry Schoenlein says it's beautiful. Good to see you, Sherry. Welcome to the Jim Master Show Live. Now she says beautiful, Vera.
Thank you, Vera. You got
She's
that.
looking for the perfect words.
That's it. Love it.
So why do you love doing this? I know you love touching people and through your music. What is it about the music itself that speaks to you in a way that allows you to be, you know, you and I, we're all communicators. We communicate through our art form, our creativity, the way we present things, the way, you know, the offerings that we have for people. When you look at all of the blessings of this work that you do and knowing that it touches people's lives in such a deep, meaningful way, whether it's something that has a comedic essence to it, or it's something that's dramatic, something that's touching and beautifully presented because it's got a depth and a meaning to it that is long lasting. What are some of those blessings that you look to that keep you going through thick and thin all these years presenting such beautiful material, MARYJO?
Well, singing, I've always said, is my connection to spirituality and to my higher power. I think that singing, I mentioned, alluded earlier in the show that music is what got me through a pretty horrendous childhood. I did not have a good childhood, as many of you, I'm sure, did not. And I'm sure there are that had many that did, but had a great one. But for me, music was so healing and such a wonderful outlet for expression. I wasn't really allowed to express myself when I was a child. I was very stifled. And so music and singing, the act of self-expression, it is just such a form of love. I think when you send that love out, especially in live performance, even though we're on a computer here, sending the love out to you and then feeling your love back, I absolutely can do that. And in a room of people, there's an actual physical component to feeling that love and that connection with people when you give of yourself through music and through singing. It's a really visceral thing, and I adore it. I miss live singing so much, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to even sing for this moment, just for this moment, connecting with you and your audience, and being able to share my voice. It's being seen and being heard and being acknowledged. And I love interpreting people's messages and songs, but also showing my humanity and my story through. So when I sang Laura Nero, I was telling her story, but I was also telling MARYJO's story in expressing myself through those songs. And I love that I'm able to actually share myself that way. It's such a gift. It really is truly a gift to be able to express myself and sing. So,
absolutely. Yeah. It's you use the gift and the talent and the instrument in such a beautiful and meaningful way that touches people. And again, tonight they've got some people who know of your work are here watching, some people discovering for the very first time the breadth and scope of not only the sound of the voice itself, but the passion and the drive and the inspirations underneath all of that also allow you to present and perform in the way that you do, not just having the gift of the actual vocal textures and the sound that comes out, but it's all that inspiration and love and soulfulness and life experiences that come out through these songs, right?
Absolutely. And right before the pandemic hit, actually Alexis, who's on here, and Hillary Rollins, who I mentioned earlier, we were doing a show at the Gardenia called The Right to Cabaret, because we wanted to do songs that, we loved cabaret and that lyric driven. And then we were doing something where we were like presenting an up and comer, and then presenting like somebody who was kind of in the community, and then somebody who was like a grand dame. So so like our first show was like Karen Morrow was our grand dame, who's just, I love it. And I also got to do a duet with Jean Louisa Kelly from the Fantastics. Everybody remembers her, and from Mr. Holland's Opus. She was a very famous actress and singer. And it was giving us the opportunity to mentor people and also have people mentor us. And I loved that show, and I'm hoping we can return to it because it was such a fun show. We were doing it once a month at this club called the Gardenia. That all those songs you saw are at the Gardenia in West Hollywood, and we loved doing that show. It was a really fun time of self-expression and doing theatrical and cabaret music, and then having people, kind of come in and share their talents. I love, the reason I created the open mic 20 years ago at the Gardenia was because I loved people kind of presenting a place for people to share their talent. I love that idea. It's kind of what you're doing with this show, Jim. You're helping people express themselves and share their talent. And I loved that. That's why I created that night. And I'm so proud that it's still going 20 years later, because it really is fun to have people have a place to express themselves. And I'm all for that. And any shows or people or anything that support the arts, support self-expression, I think it's one of the most healing things you can do, and especially during this time right now. We need it. So I'm grateful for you to have this platform, and I'm hoping live performing can come back and we can continue on with the Right to Cabaret and the open mic live and shows at the Gardenia and other clubs. Catalina, which is here, there's a great jazz club that, you know, is famous, and they're struggling, and I'm like, so there's so many great places, and I'm hoping they come back after all this. Really.
Right, exactly. I know it's very tough for a lot of people right now in all walks of life with everything that's going on, and because it's so still, you know, unpredictable, and now we're going into the fall weather, cooler weather. So, but especially for the artist community too, because all the venues and even the athletes in the sports world who are trying to get things going are having to sometimes pause and things happen, and they're trying, but 2021 looks like it'll be at some point. We don't even know necessarily when in 2021, but 2021 at some point looks like the target. You know, when you look at all of this, are there things that you still want to do in terms of the music, maybe a duet with somebody, or other things you want to, other areas you want to take the music in the future that you've been thinking about?
Well, two things that I've been working on. One is a one-woman show. I've always wanted to do a one-woman show about my life, and have music be the through line of that, which would be really wonderful. And Hillary actually and I are working on that. So that's something I'm actually working on. And then I would like to do another CD. I'd like to do a CD that's in the studio, because both of my CDs are live CDs, which were like shows that I did, and it's live. And I love live. But I'd like to do a studio CD, and I'd like to do something that's just standards. I'd really like to go and do a CD of standards and that type of music, and sing really intimately and in a studio. So I'm thinking about that, kind of taking it and mulling it over, and what would it look like, and what songs would I do. So I would really like to do that. And then third, you know, New York has to come back, and I would like one of the things to do is to take my Laura Nyro show to New York and perform it there live, and be able to sing for that audience, because New York is such a vibrant, beautiful place, and I'd love to go back there and sing and share that there. So
that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Well, MARYJO, this was wonderful having you on the show, and we appreciate all the time and all the music and all the levity that you've shared, and people had an opportunity to really experience the essence of who you are and why you do what you do. Before we go, do you ever get a chance to mentor others that are coming up the ranks, young minds as well, offer advice for them as they come along?
Absolutely. That's what we were trying to do with the Right to Cabaret. And I'm also thinking about maybe taking on teaching and doing some of that in the future as well. I think that would be really wonderful. I've had so many wonderful teachers over my lifetime, and I think it's important to continue that on. And if you're interested in any of that, you can contact me through my website. My website's MARYJOMundymusic.com. So it's my name with music.com. And I'd love that. I'd love it. So if anybody wants to do that, or is interested in that, or really wants to reach out, and I also like looking up material for people. I'm really good at finding good material for people. So that's the other thing that I specialize in, finding interesting songs. So I'd love to help and do that with others as well. So.
Well, you're a true inspiration, and it was wonderful. And Willie says, I enjoy you. You're a great greetings from Holland.
Yay, Holland. Thank you.
How you describe what drives your art combined with your experiences, what make you a grande dame of the art form of cabaret.
I love you, girl.
Thank you very much. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you, Merlin.
Here comes the flood of all the levity. Take care, MARYJO. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and weekend as well.
Thank you.
Really beautiful stuff. Christine is more emotional tonight than other evenings hearing these songs. She's really missing the live music.
Me too, Christine. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Me
Danilo
too.
says, do one more, a country song.
Country song. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Where have you been? Go look up Kathy Mattea. Where have you been? It's one of the best country songs. So touching, and a story song. Just a story song about an elderly couple. You got to go look that up.
Vera had asked, in all your years of singing, is there any style of music that you haven't been able to perform? Is there anything that just you feel your voice or the tonality or whatever doesn't lend itself to that kind of music? Have you done any rap lately?
I haven't done any rap. No. And
never say never, right?
No, Hamilton, if we come back with the right to cabaret, I'm absolutely doing Satisfied from Hamilton. I will do it. So I don't think there is any genre or any music that I haven't been able to sing, because I have done it all. From opera to country to I mean, really, I've sung every style of music there is that I think of, at least, except for rap. But boy, that here it is. So we'll do it. I will do
That's it. Francis says contact Disney Direct. They have wonderful job opportunities.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for sharing all this time with us here on the show. We really appreciated the extensive, like an hour and a half with us, and all the music and all the love and the great stories, and wishing you continued success. The door's always open. Welcome back anytime when you have new projects, new exciting things, or you just want to, have a cup of coffee and a slice of cheesecake with all the levities. We are here, and I can't wait, hopefully, when we get past all this, to break bread with you and toast in person.
I would love that.
It would be wonderful. And I hope you enjoyed your time with me as much as I have with you.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, Jim. I'm so appreciative of this and this opportunity, and I wish you nothing but continue sharing the music, because that's what we need to get through this time. So please do. Thank you for the platform to do that, and my love to everybody. Thank you, Lovities. I hope you'll look me up. I've got a YouTube channel. I've got my website. I'm on FaceTime, Facebook and everything.
It's unbelievable. The amount of stuff there is.
I know.
Snap this. What's this?
Please write to me. Let me know what you think. Give me song suggestions too. I'd love it. So maybe I'll take some of those for the next CD. If anybody's got any standards they want to hear. That Nearness of You will definitely probably be on there for sure. So
thanks so much for being so open and sharing your stories and singing a song for us. I truly enjoyed all the clips of songs playing for us this evening. All your songs beautifully sung. Brilliant singer you are, MARYJO. Lovely to you and Christine in North Carolina, in Wichita, Kansas. What a nice concert. Such a joy from Maryland. Willie gives you all kinds of claps from Holland and Europe. And Francis says, you're welcome. Good luck, MARYJO. It was good seeing you and getting to hear you sing. And Renee in Iowa. Thank you for sharing with us tonight, MARYJO. Vera, Franklin, and Connecticut. Enjoyed your singing as well. Nice. Toasting you, my friend.
Toasting you too. Cheers.
Cheers. Ching,
Come on,
ching.
we can do this.
That's it, right?
Yep. Better times ahead. Thank you so much, Jim. Be well and really take care of yourself. Stay safe in those storms out there.
George Burns loved it too. He gives his thumbs up.
Thanks, George.
Can't go wrong with George, right?
No, not at all.
Love you, MARYJO.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.
You have a great weekend, a great night. And again, thanks for sharing your time with us tonight. You knocked it out of the park.
Thanks, guys.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye. Take care. Part 2. Bye-bye. We're not good goodbye people.
It's all right.
Can you tell?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Pull the ear like Carol Burnett.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Wasn't that fantastic? She is absolutely amazing. And now, for those of you who have discovered her for the very first time, courtesy of our show, you can definitely check her out at her website and Spotify and all those other fantastic locations. She's absolutely amazing. You know what I'm thinking, if you're still there.
I'm here. I'm watching.
Chris in Northern Ireland said his nephew Jack just turned 5 years old. Do you want to join me in singing happy birthday to little Jack?
Yes. Let's see if we can do it together with the lag.
Do you want to lead off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
There you go, Jack. There you go, Chris in Northern Ireland from MARYJO and Jim.
Love you guys.
Take care.
See you the next
Thanks
time.
for doing that. We appreciate
You're welcome,
it, MARYJO.
honey. Bye.
What a great. With MARYJO like that, and the internet's a little funky, I tell you. MARYJO had her toes crossed and I had my toes crossed, just in case, because again, the weather, 2020, the internet connections, funky. Lots of great comments coming in here. What a nice concert I enjoyed. We appreciate that, and very happy to sing happy birthday together. And Chris in Northern Ireland says, thank you so very much. You got it. Only the best for our viewers. Kathleen says, bye, MARYJO. Barry Bishop as well. Thank you for a wonderful evening. Great guest. Loved her. Bye. Good night. We're still not done yet. Jim's still here. Don't pack it in yet. Bye, MARYJO. Good stuff. Good stuff. Want to let you guys know tomorrow we have Neil Byrne here. Neil Byrne is with Celtic Thunder, who you've seen on public television for years. We're excited to have him here as well. He's amazing. And he's right now, he's been performing this evening late night with Ryan Kelly. If you know the two of them, they have that duo, Byrne and Kelly. That's Ryan Kelly from Celtic Thunder and Neil Byrne. Ryan was our guest a couple of weeks ago. Several thousand people have been viewing that on YouTube, which is incredible. It's amazing. We have the people that watch live, and then we have like an incredible amounts of people that watch the archived videos on YouTube as well. So if you want to see the Ryan Kelly interview, it's a really cool one. It was a late night interview. We had a good time. You can see that on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. If you want to see Neil Byrne, he's with me live tomorrow night. That's 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. He's going to perform live and direct from Ireland. Really, really fantastic. Also want to let you know that on the following weekend, September 6th, another buddy of mine, fabulous Irish tenor, formerly of Celtic Thunder, wonderful singer, Paul Byram's going to be here. And also just announcing today that on September 13th, Colin Keegan from Celtic Thunder, he's incredible. He's going to be here on September 13th. He wanted to hop on the show as well from Celtic Thunder. He's going to be here on the 13th. Also on September 20th, very special day. It happens to be my birthday, but the Voices of Classic Soul are going to be here. Members of the Temptations, Platters, Four Tops, and Drifters are going to be here exclusively for an amazing night, birthday celebration, and also great music and a great conversation about their careers in Motown and so much more. That is on September 24th, which happens to be my birthday as well. So really, really cool. And hope you guys have been doing well. I hope you guys have had a very good day, and you're going to have a good day tomorrow, and you're going to get some sleep. So glad you were able to do your show tonight, Jim. Definitely tuning in tomorrow to see Neil. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Spread the word. We're here every night live, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live. An inspirational show with lots of spectacular songs sung by MARYJO. Love tonight's show. Thank you very much, Christine. I appreciate that. What a thoughtful interview and interesting host. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do this for a living as well. And Emmett Cahill, he's a friend. I know you've been asking about Emmett as well. We've been working on that. Yes, absolutely. I agree. She was terrific. Thank you, Kathleen, as well. Gang, don't forget to relax and to breathe and to, as we always say, take care of one another. If you want to see this episode again or any of the episodes of the Jim Masters Show live, they're all on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the episodes. We're going to have a great, great show tomorrow as well. I thank very much my very special guest tonight, MARYJO MUNDY. We really wanted to have a good show together. We've been working on this feverishly, and we're so glad that it all worked out beautifully for Mary, for me, and for all of you, for MARYJO as well. Thank you, Jim, for your stories. Yes, you have a wonderful night. Love Celtic Thunder. Cannot wait for Voices of Classic Soul. Night Lovities. Your virtual Uber is here. Absolutely. Gang, don't forget to relax, to breathe, take care of one another, love one another. From your host, Jim Masters here, or Mr. Lovity, as everybody has deemed me, and all the Lovities out there. Thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget, you guys are a star as well. You guys are a star, all of you. I might be the host of the show and the star of the show, but you guys are the stars as well. All of you. You, and you. Yes. Good stuff, gang. Thanks for being with us. You guys have a wonderful night. Pleasure having you here on the show. Take care of you too. Good Saturday night. See ya. You as well, Carla, in beautiful Brazil. Good night, Ralph. You as well. Thanks for tuning in. And Willie and Anne. Our show just continues to grow by leaps and bounds, and you can help it grow by telling everybody you know. Tell everybody just, hey, the Jim Master Show is on live every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Good night, Jim and everyone. I missed the first hour. Going to watch it now on YouTube. You'll enjoy it. It was really, really good. Good night, Crystal, Jim and everyone. I love the show. Thank you very much. It was a good night to be back, right? I know you guys sent all that love, and I really appreciate all the lovity too when we were knocked off the air because of the power and the internet. And it was wonderful singing happy birthday to Jack, little 5-year-old Jack in Northern Ireland. Happy you could have the show this evening and that the power and internet are back on. Terrific show. Great seeing you, Jim, and all the lovities. You as well. And I hope you're doing well. Sending you some lovity as well. Renee in Iowa, have a good evening. My buddy Tim Janis watching on YouTube. Tim, good to see you and hope you are doing well, my friend, and hope we'll be able to gather again real soon. Missing all the fun times that we have, Tim. Thanks for tuning in. You're quite amazing as well. Christine Fairwood, night. Thank you for being with us. Again, my buddy Neil Byrne from Celtic Thunder is going to be here tomorrow night. It's going to be an awesome show. We were talking today. He's going to sing and perform live. He's also a new father. That's right. He has a baby girl. So it's going to be, we're going to talk about that as well. Good night, Jim and everyone. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Francis, good night. Jim, you are super. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jennifer, you're in bed now. Night. See you tomorrow. Get some good sleep. We all need good sleep. I'll be sleeping well like a baby, going to bed early tonight. It's been a crazy couple of days with storms and tornadoes and stuff we normally don't get here along the southern New England coast. Sherry, good night. See you tomorrow. Vera, good night. Good night for you as well, Willie and Jen. And good night, everyone, all the lovities. Good night, Mr. Lover. You too, Danilo in San Diego. And MARYJO sent me a private message. Thank you, Jim, so much for this. Much love. I'm thrilled how it all turned out. So MARYJO was very, very happy as well. All right, gang, we really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all the love. Kathleen, you too. A pleasure having you here. Pleasure having all of you here. Don't need these anymore. I'm free. Good to see you guys. And again, we missed you the last 2 days as well. The storm knocked out the power and the internet, but it's so great to see you here. Nice cool air tonight. Help you breathe and sleep. You'll be out cold. You got it as well. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Every show is something different. Every show is really great. Don't forget, share the lovity all around the world. Smile as often as you can as well. It's really important to do that. We also thank our dear friends at LMG Music Group, Lampkin Music Group, for all their wonderful love and lovity and support as well. We appreciate them very much. And we appreciate all of you here on the Jim Masters Show Live. You missed the lovity. Well, it is back in full force. The lovity is back with Gilligan. With love from Dream of Denver. All right. We missed you too. And smiles from Willie. Good night, gang. You have a wonderful night. Take care. Great show. Great audience from around the world. Great guest. Good times. Lots of lovity. Love you all. You take care. You have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Neil Byrne from Celtic Thunder and Byrne and Kelly, my special exclusive guest. He's going to be in Ireland. So when we start at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, it'll be midnight for him, like it was for Ryan Kelly, and will be for Paul Byram on September 6th. We appreciate them doing this at this time, but I've known them for years and have interviewed them on television before multiple times, and they said, we want to be on. So we love that. And we love you. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care and be well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.